Good morning. I think we're just waiting for Raj and Rahul. They usually lead this meeting. I'm going to send them an email right now.
Morning, everyone. It's Raj.
Hi, Raj.
Good morning.
Hi, Raj. Pyong. Question: Did you you're able to get SIG security?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question. What was the question?
Last year we talking about it's possible we can have some joint meeting today with the SIG security.
Apologize. I had some difficulty with my headset. Could you repeat the question, please?
I'm sorry. Last week we discussed about it's possible we're going to have a joint meeting with SIG security.
Yeah. That I think what's his name? Paul Kenny is trying to arrange that.
Okay.
We don't have a schedule yet on that.
Okay.
But we will soon have it. Unfortunately, some of the people I think today have not joined, like Rahul and all. It's a holiday in India.
Okay.
So I think he has not been able to join. But yeah, I mean, that was one of the agenda items, right?
Right.
Lucy, is there any progress on that? Do you know?
I asked Kenny about it last week, and I'm about to send an email to the LFN security working group list right now.
Okay, great. Yeah, I thought Kenny was also talking about it, and I'm sure it will be brought up in the TSC meeting. I will definitely follow up on that, Byung. Thanks for bringing that up.
Thank you.
Sure. Lucy, I think we should just probably get this moving. I'm not sure if there are more people going to be joining. It's already 5 minutes into the hour.
Yeah. I'm open to what you want to discuss this week.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Please go for it. I haven't received any response back about sharing the OpenSSF badge yet. Just looking at last week's to-dos. And let's see. And then I'm still investigating the licensed access to tools like for CNCF.
Okay. Yeah, the other part of it was like, one of the things was the nomination for the SIG Security Chair and Vice Chair has started. There are one or two people who have already submitted their nomination. So I think the election process starts on November 1st. So I would request all of you to please, either if you want to nominate yourself or anything, please do that. Otherwise, support the nominations which are already there. Rahul has applied for the chairperson for the SIG, and Phil Porras, who is part of SRI and who was the one who did the SIG presentation at the conference, has nominated himself for vice chair. So these are very seasoned veterans in the security space and who have also contributed to Nephew through their blogs and also white paper and all. So I think we are in good shape with the nominations. But if there are anybody else who wants to present their nomination, please welcome that. I don't have any particular agenda for today, but fortunately, some of the other people could not join, I guess, looks like, because of some holidays and stuff. But if you have anything that you want to discuss in today's call. The floor is open to anyone to bring up any particular topics or anything like that. But until we have a full SIG formation done and things, I think we'll continue to have these meetings so that we can start putting together the charter and also start working on the charter. Rahul last week had mentioned about him starting certain projects within the security SIG for nephew, but he's not here today. And I'm pretty sure by next week he will have much more progress on what he has done. Anything else anybody wants to bring up? Tony, Wim, Tom, just join. Please go ahead.
No, I didn't have any specific topic. I was trying to join last week, but I was on the plane, so I couldn't.
Oh, no, thank you. Thanks for joining, Wim. Appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, some people are on vacation, not vacation, holiday today because of national holiday. So they're not here. Anybody else? Pyong, anything? Tony, Tom?
Not today. After election, we need to set up what are gonna do, right? That's your plan.
Yes, I actually, even before that, right? I mean, we already have some, the plan that has been put together and presented to the TSC, and that's why the SIG Security got formed. So there is already a presentation available, and I welcome any of you to just go and take a look at that presentation and see if there is something needs to be added or something needs to be prioritized and so on and so forth. So bring that back next week or the next meeting so that we can work accordingly. And if you have any inputs or any feedback on some of the agenda items, some of the charter items, and also the vision, it will be great help if you can provide your thoughts and ideas.
Sure. Okay. I'm curious. One of the curiosities was cube armor. Rahul he demonstrated cube armor for securing 5G
Yes.
the components. So I like to see more plan. I think there are more plan coming along. I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There is
Okay.
there is more plan coming along, and then it is also I'm also looking at how we can utilize some of the things that has already been used by some of the other SIGs or have their plan in place for security as part of the other SIGs also. So I think cross pollination is also very important between the SIGs as well as with other projects. So those are some of the things I'll be proposing to the
Great.
To the group. Yeah.
Great. And for information, I'm sharing this meeting outcome to ONEF-SECOM. That's why Tony's here. So I'm gonna do the weekly basis, whatever we comes out, and I'm gonna report back to ONEF-SECOM to we try to have a sync up on the LF. So
Okay.
I think Tony has some question about the OpenSSF badging, but I briefly explained whatever we discussed last week. Tony, if you have any question, maybe.
Tony, you're on mute if you're talking.
So Byung was describing this morning about the efforts that you guys are want to achieve with badging, and I was curious as to your goals there and where you're aiming your efforts first, and if you're focusing in on your infrastructure or the application qualities, the security layer, the badging encompasses a large quantity of things, and there are certain things that if you're following the Linux Foundation best practices from the beginning, you'll get a large number of the OpenSSF badging requirements right off the bat. So
Absolutely, yes. I mean, and that is how we created the charter. When Rahul and I worked on the, and our team worked on the charter. That is what we followed. And Lucy had kindly shared the best practices guide with us, and we kind of followed that. And any of the things that we have mentioned in the charter is based on the best practices and how to get there, how to get the badging, done and get our scores up and so on and so forth. So absolutely, we are going to be following that. And I think in the next meeting, we will have much more clarity on that as far as where we are and what we have planned and how we plan to achieve that. So any inputs you have, so some of those have been mentioned in the charter and the presentation. So if you go to the wiki, there is a charter document, and please feel free to make any kind of recommendations or modifications to that.
Okay. Can you put the URL to that in the chat?
Lucy, do you have that handy?
The drive. Yes. Give me
Is
one
it-
second.
It's also on the wiki, right? The charter.
Yes, it should be. Here's the community documents.
Yeah, there you go. I think Gaurav just put it on the chat.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gaurav. And Lucy just put the link to the drive, the Google Drive that we have created with all documentation and some of the presentations as well. The charter, most of the collaterals are there in the drive.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Wim, anything from your side?
No, I'm good. I think it's also important to see where what will be focused on first and next and so on and so forth. So
Right.
I think there's a lot to cover here.
That's right. You know that, yeah, absolutely. We will continue to work on this, and I think by next meeting we'll have a better charter. I mean,
Yeah.
better
Not the
project
charter,
plan.
but we need to
Project
build
plan.
a plan somehow.
Or
where we-
project plan, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Byung, you just wanted to say something?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else? Anybody?
Hi, yeah, Tom Kiblin here, Vodafone. So I think you mentioned earlier, Raj, that you were preparing some materials about how we interact with the other SIGs. One thing I was pondering was from the proposal, it's quite clear how SIG Security can help with the kind of the development of Nefio, so ensuring we've got a secure supply chain and all that. I like the opportunity about differentiating Nefio as a secure automation framework. One question I had was whether there's a slide which mentions 5G specific security, but I was wondering whether the security SIG was the place where we might want to gather requirements to feed into around the way in which those things are implemented by Nefio. If that makes sense. So it's not a kind of security of Nefio; it's security of the network functions or the applications. But Nefio may or may not have a role to play in that.
Absolutely. I mean, we want to look beyond just the project. I mean, the security SIG was formed, so there are two parts to it, right? One is one protecting and managing Nefio project itself, Nefio itself, and the other one is the main charter is to see how Nefio can be, outside deployments. I mean, 5G or any other enterprise scale deployments and other things, how the security aspects of Nefio are in place for anybody to implement. So that's why we had mentioned in the meeting also when we presented the security SIG charter that there is going to be a subgroup within FEO, which will be mainly focusing on the security and the vulnerability and checking out the project itself for the NFEO project and the CI/CD pipeline and the supply chain security of NFEO. And the main one, other one would be to get the industry opinion, the industry feedback, and all to see how NFEO can be relevant in the different verticals.
Okay, thank you. Makes
So
sense.
that's definitely is the mix. That's
Right.
definitely is the plan. Yes.
Fab, thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Any other thoughts, ideas, feedback? Okay. I don't have anything else for today. But I'm pretty sure we'll have a full agenda for the next meeting. Like I mentioned, Rahul, who's probably leading this technical side of things, he's off today because of national holiday in India. So for the next meeting, I mean, if you have any thoughts, ideas, and any particular thing that you want to discuss, please send an email or a Slack message on the group, for the Security SIG group, and then we will take that up. Apart from that, if there's no other questions, I think we can give back quite a bit of time to everybody to work on things. But please do continue to share your thoughts and ideas, because this is just the beginning, and anything what we look forward to and what we want to achieve from here would be definitely important for us to know, understand from everyone that we are on the right path. All right. Lucy, anything else you want to add?
No, I will let everybody know when I get answers back.
Okay. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a
Okay.
great day. All right.
Thanks all.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.